It's not just Patrick Crayton who was talking out at the end of this week. It was Roy Williams who had this to say to Yahoo Sports, calling his tenure in Dallas a nightmare. That's the truth. I'm not going to hide from it. I understand the business. I thought that this was going to be a dream. It's been a nightmare. What's happened here? It's on me to figure it out. It's on me to fix. And this article had lots from Williams and also his agent saying that they know it's do or die. You're clapping. You're applauding. You're applauding the comment.
He didn't blame anybody else. Mm-hmm. He took full responsibility, recognizing, and it has been a nightmare for him. That was the one thing that I've always said about this situation. I felt bad for Roy Williams as T.O. departed, because he couldn't live up to T.O.'s numbers. T.O. arguably is I think he's a Hall of Famer. And so he was in a no-win situation as you look at it. Unless he matched year in and year out that kind of production, I didn't think he was that kind of player going in. But I applaud the fact that he recognizes it's on his shoulders. This is not Jerry Jones' fault. This is not Tony Romo's fault. I got to fix the problem. Here to Roy Williams.
And Miles Austin really replaced T.O., let's be honest. I mean, Miles Austin was the reason that they were able to let T.O. go, because he came in when Roy Williams couldn't handle the job. And I think it's interesting that Roy Williams takes responsibility for his own actions, and he's going to have to demonstrate that he can make plays on the move in this offense, and he fits the style. When Mike Martz was here, he always would talk about how he wasn't perfect for the kind of routes they were running with him in Dallas in terms of across the field and keeping him on the move, and hopefully he can do that this year.
Well, there's one person who would probably take issue with your characterization that Austin replaced Terrell Owens in the lineup. That would be Patrick Crayton, who would think that, wait a minute, he replaced me in that lineup, and also Roy Williams replaced him in that lineup. And now he's fearing that Des Bryant is about to replace him in that lineup. And they like Ogletree, and we also know Sam Hurd is in that mix. Yeah. What do you think is going on with Crayton, and what do you think the Cowboys' plans are for him in 2010?
Well, follow the money, and I think Patrick's right. He's going to make $2 million. Des Bryant is going to be the third receiver. He'll be the return guy because you want the ball in Des Bryant's hand. He's a big, powerful man. The fourth receiver on the football team is going to be Sam Hurd because he can cover kicks. That leaves you the fifth receiver. Making $5 million to be the fifth receiver, you can't help in the kicking game, you're probably not going to dress. So really what he's saying is very true. He is going to be the emergency in case somebody gets hurt, and I'm sure they're just waiting to see if somebody at camp needs a receiver and will make a decent offer.
But that would be pretty harsh to do.
That's his business. No, I mean, that's the...
I mean, that would be pretty
Hyman Roth, is that what was it?
That's the business we've chosen.
It's a business we've chosen.
You've chosen the right movie to talk to. You're talking this man's life.
That's exactly the situation. I like that. It's bad. I feel bad for Patrick Crayton because I think Patrick Crayton's a pretty good receiver. But unfortunately, the way things have worked out, Jerry will not release Roy, which he probably should do when you look at the numbers they're going to pay, the money they're going to pay him. Mm-hmm. It's not the best bang for the buck, but Jerry's still holding on because he gave him a first and a third. Mm-hmm. So being that is the case, he sits in a situation where, he's just got to wait. And so it's unfortunate, but if they do let him go, then somebody's going to scoff him up because I think he's a pretty good football player.
Yeah, but not at $2 million, and I think that's the reality of the situation. Nobody wants to pay $2 million unless he's going to be a significant part of the team.
Jerry Jones, that's in petty cash. Jerry just reached right in there, right out petty cash.
Elliot Dirt's $1 million here, $1 million there. Before long, we're talking real money.
And because it is Film Study Friday, stay tuned for later on. Jamie's going to make a Mo Green reference.